Hello, fellow heirs, and welcome back to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, where we are reading through the book of Numbers. And today we will be reading the 18th chapter of Numbers in the NLT version. This chapter includes duties of the priests and Levites and support for the priests and Levites. So, without any further ado, let's start reading. Duties of priests and Levites. Then the Lord said to Aaron, "You, your sons, and your relative from the tribe of Levi will be held responsible for any offenses related to the sanctuary, but you and your sons alone will be held responsible for violations connected with the priesthood. Bring your relatives of the tribe of Levi, your ancestral tribe, to assist you and your sons as you perform the sacred duties in front of the tabernacle of the covenant. But as the Levites go about all their assigned duties at the tabernacle, they must be careful not to go near any of the sacred objects or the altar. If they do, both you and they will die. The Levites must join you in fulfilling their responsibility for the care and maintenance of the tabernacle, but no unauthorized person may assist you. You yourself must perform the sacred duties inside the sanctuary and at the altar. If you follow these instructions, the Lord's anger will not again blaze against the people of Israel. I myself have chosen your fellow Levites from among the Israelites to be your special assistants. They are a gift to you, dedicated to the Lord for service in the tabernacle. But you and your sons, the priests, must personally handle all the priestly rituals associated with the altar and with everything behind the inner curtain. I am giving you the priesthood as your special privilege or service. Any unauthorized person who comes too near the sanctuary will be put to death. Support for the priests and Levites. The Lord gave these further instructions to Aaron. I myself have put you in charge of all the holy offerings that are brought to me by the people of Israel. I have given all these consecrated offerings to you and your sons as your permanent share. You are allotted the portion of the most holy offerings that is not burned on the fire. This portion of all the most holy offerings, including the grain offerings, sin offerings, and guilt offerings, will be most holy. It belongs to you and your sons. You must eat it as a most holy offering. All the males may eat of it, and you must treat it as most holy. All the sacred offerings and special offerings presented to me when an Israelite lifts them up before the altar also belong to you. I have given them to you and to your sons and daughters as your permanent share. Any member of your family who is ceremonially clean may eat of these offerings. I also give you the harvest gift brought by the people as offerings to the Lord, the best of the olive oil, new wine, and grain. All the first crops of their land that the people present to the Lord belongs to you. Any member of your family who is ceremonially clean may eat this food. Everything in Israel that is specially set apart for the Lord also belongs to you. The firstborn of every mother, whether human or animal, that is offered to the Lord will be yours. But you must always redeem your firstborn son and the firstborn of ceremonially unclean animals. Redeem them when they are 1 month old. The redemption price is 5 pieces of silver as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel, which equals 20 gerahs. However, you may not redeem the firstborn of cattle, sheep, or goats. They are holy and have been set apart for the Lord. Sprinkle their blood on the altar and burn their fat as a special gift, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. The meat of these animals will be yours, just like the breast and right thigh that are presented by lifting them up as a special offering before the altar. Yes, I am giving you all these holy offerings that the people of Israel bring to the Lord. They are for you and your sons and daughters to be eaten as your permanent share. This is an eternal and unbreakable covenant between the Lord and you, and it also applies to your descendants. And the Lord said to Aaron, you priests will receive no allotment of land or share of property among the people of Israel. I am your share and your allotment. As for the tribe of Levi, your relatives, I will compensate them for their service in the tabernacle. Instead of an allotment of land, I will give them the tithe from the entire land of Israel. From now on, no Israelites except priests or Levites may approach the tabernacle. If they come too near, they will be judged guilty and will die. Only the Levites may serve at the tabernacle, and they will be held responsible for any offenses against it. This is a permanent law for you to observe from generation to generation. The Levites will receive no allotment of land among the Israelites, because I have given them the Israelites' tithe, which have been presented as a sacred offering to the Lord. This will be the Levites' share. This is why I said they will receive no allotment of land among the Israelites. The Lord also told Moses, give these instructions to the Levites. When you receive from the people of Israel the tithe I have assigned as your allotment, give a tenth of the tithe you receive, a tithe of the tithe, to the Lord as a sacred offering. The Lord would consider this offering to be your harvest offering, as though it were the first grain from your own threshing floor or wine from your own winepress. You must present 1/10 of the tithe received from the Israelites as a sacred offering to the Lord. This is the Lord's sacred portion, and you must present it to Aaron the priest. Be sure to give the Lord the best portion of the gifts given to you. Also, give these instructions to the Levites. When you present the best part of your offering, it will be considered as though it came from your own threshing floor or winepress. You Levites and your families may eat this food anywhere you wish, for it is your compensation for serving in the tabernacle. You will not be considered guilty for accepting the Lord's tithe if you give the best portion to the priest, but be careful not to treat the holy gifts of the people of Israel as though they were common. If you do, you will die. And that concludes the reading of Numbers 18 in the NLT version. I was thinking that it is such an honor to serve the Lord. And as the Levites and Aaron and his son, I was thinking, oh, that must have been such an honor. And all at the same time, it must have been very scary or nerve-wracking, because if somebody broke the Lord's command, they could have all died. So this was a very serious position that they were in, very serious, and they had to be very careful to do exactly as the Lord had instructed them. It also made me think of this conversation I had this past weekend with my sister-in-law, and she was saying how this church called her up to play the organ for them a couple of Sundays ago because their organist couldn't come. And she told us how much they paid her, but she said they didn't have to pay me anything. And some of my family members was like, well, I don't know why you don't think you should be paid, especially with her condition. She's retired, and it's just one income in her house. And she was like, well, they don't have to pay me if they don't want to. And I was telling her about the Levites and how even God made a way for them to get paid for serving at the tabernacle. And they were doing the Lord's work that came directly from the Lord. So anyway, that just made me think about that. Even sometimes when we serve in a manner that's for the Lord, sometimes he'll allow us to get paid. And there are some cases where he'll say, don't take any payment, don't take a salary. And then in that case, we be obedient unto the Lord, right? Well, anyway, enough of me. Please make sure you put in the comments below what you thought of chapter 18. I'm going to end it right here. I'm already over 10 minutes, but I just wanted to wish you a nice life in Jesus Christ and continue to be blessed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and even share. Bye.